think we are live and the camera did not freeze. Nice. Okay, I think I figured it out. Why it's freezing. Now it could be one of two things. It could be it could be a software update that fixed it. Or I had a waiting screen and then after 5 minutes I was switching here. Maybe that's why it was freezing. Let's see. Let me switch. Huh. It's not freezing. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe it's fixed. John, hello. Hello. Welcome to Friday night. Okay, I can hear myself. I had the chat open on mobile and I could hear myself. Welcome to Friday Night Lure Lab. So, before we start making any lures, I would just want to go over my printables account. And first of all, I want to say I'm sorry if I'm not uploading everything in time. And that's for a reason. Now that I can actually go and test the lures, I don't want to upload anything before I make sure it works. Like, for example, I have like 1, 2, and there's the Xander lure, which I haven't uploaded yet, but these two in specific, I haven't tested yet. Until yesterday, I actually tested the Simple Roach lure, and I wanted to show you guys the lure actually. Wait, let me turn to autofocus. It looks so nice. I actually got an airbrush. And yeah, even though it looks super nice, it doesn't actually work that well. It does something. I don't want to say that it doesn't do anything at all, but yeah, the action is not that great. It like barely moves in the water, and I think that's because you see the line tie. It's far from the lip. It should be somewhere down here. I think this is what I'm gonna do. Maybe make the lip a bit bigger. Yeah. So I will update the file. I will update it on printables too, and I'll let you know once it's updated. So if you want to get more updates, make sure you join the Discord server. The ID lure, I will test it very soon, and the Xander lure, I have to show you this also because it looks so cool, even though it's not painted yet. But yeah, I was afraid that the details will not show up. I don't think the camera is picking up the details very well, probably because of the lighting. But yeah, they showed up a lot better than some of the other lures that I had, like the ID, for example. This one, I might need to update it a bit because these details are not showing up in the print. Especially this right here. Like, you can figure out that there are scales, even though they are not super engraved in the lure, but you can see that there's something going on here, but here it's barely visible. So I need to make all of this a bit deeper, and there's a way to do it. Oh wait, I'm not showing you guys. Oh my god. Yeah. So I was talking about this. This is not showing at all. It's barely, like, slightly showing a couple of lines. Just your cam. Yeah, I noticed that. Sorry about that. And by the way, how's the chat? I changed something. I made it low latency instead of ultra low latency because last live stream we were experiencing issues with chat. So I hope it's fixed now. Yeah, so I need to update this, but first I need to test if it works or not. Because at the moment I don't have too many lures that work, to be honest, and that's kind of embarrassing. Like this sardine fishing lure is fine. It's actually, I would say, one of the best lures I made so far because it doesn't require any weight to work. Like you can put some weight in it to make it heavier, but it doesn't need it. It just works. It's amazing. Um, and it's my first lure. My first 3D lure. It's big though. I should probably make smaller version. It's 120 mils, so maybe good for pike. This one works, the Whopper Plopper. I should probably print one, keep it in my tackle box. Lipless Crankbait 90 and Stickbait 90. I actually had very high hopes for these two, but both of them don't work. I don't know why they don't work, but they just sit like this in the water instead of sitting like this, even though there's weight on the inside. I need to revisit these two later. As I said, I will fix this one for sure. I will test this one. This one, it sinks very well. Like it sinks super slowly. But this tail sucks. So I should probably put that in the comment. I should probably edit the description. I'm gonna remove the tail from here and maybe try this one, the spinner. I added here this just in case. Let's see it. Files. What was it called? Spinner. But I haven't printed this and tested it. I should probably also do that. There's so many things to do, and again, I'm sorry I'm not able to do them on time. It's just that I have 2 videos in progress at the moment. I have the live streams. I'm applying for jobs and doing interviews, so so yeah, I barely have time. This one is amazing. I love this lure. It's gone though. I printed another version, so we'll print a bunch of these, actually give them like different colors and leave them in my tackle box. I think I uploaded a 3mm lip version, yeah. I think I would go with this one. It's a bit stronger. Yeah, so what are we doing today? We are doing a lure that I have a picture of here and tell you why in a minute, but first of all, sorry about the dirty hands. This is right after I caught a fish with it. So I was fishing with this lure and it was doing so well. I was catching fish on it and I lost it to a snag. Thank God that I took a picture of it. Let me turn off the autofocus. Okay, this is better for the battery life. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make something similar in the same size. Because it just works. It catches fish. Yeah, I'll probably print a couple of these, give them different color patterns, and leave them in my tackle box. So let's try to do something similar. Now, I think this is a 5 centimeter lure, I think. Yeah, I'll try to do it as a 5. So let's open Blender. Now I don't want to do it like 100%. Like don't want to do 100% copy of it. Try to just use it as a reference. Let's see, we have a cube. I want this to be 50 mil. In the Z, let's just do something for now. We'll fix that in a bit. 10 is probably too much, is it? We'll see. So as always, I'm gonna add a bunch of loops. It should be enough. For now, we can add later. and give it an X symmetry. Cool. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that this is flat. Maybe we can print it on this, but does it actually matter? Nah, it doesn't matter. I don't think this tiny amount of material will hold the lure anyways. So we need support. It doesn't matter. Just gonna do the usual. Give it a subdivision. And start modifying it. So usually with these lures, the bottom is actually kind of straight. I don't want to do anything here. It's fairly simple. We just want to raise this section up. So I didn't actually need that much sections, but should work. Wait, we can do that and then lower this, guess. Something like this. Is it still 50 mil? Yeah, it's exactly 50 mil, which is cool. And now we can lower this one down, this one up. For this section right here, I guess we can add a loop. But I'm not gonna add it now. Yeah, I'm not gonna add it now because I wanna fix the top view first. So make it easier. Something like this. This sounds like right. Matthias, how are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing? So I don't know if you got to see the intro, but if you remember this lure, the one I lost. Yeah, I got that. I got that from your printables name. So this lure, the one I lost when I was fishing yesterday, it was catching fish. The action was amazing, and then I lost it at the end. So I'm trying to do something similar, but at the moment, I think it's too thick. Because I remember that lure was slim. Yeah, I think it's too thick. We can fix that. Let's grab these. Something like that. Let's see. It's about 8.5 mil on the x-axis, 50 mil this way, and 13 mil on the z. Now we have something going on here. What's going on? There's like a line. Yeah, that's just the basic shape. Now I don't know how far I'm gonna take this lure, but with this lure, I want the wobbling action on the drop. So I'm gonna try to do that in a bit. Just a second. What we're gonna do is add a loop cut here. Give it a nice and beveled angle here. Do we want to do this at the front? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're good. Let me see something. What's going on here with that line? No, everything seems to be fine. Yeah. That's probably a rendering thing. It should be fine. Fan Pretorius, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but hi, hello, how are you? We're doing a fishing lure. A fishing lure that I used to have and then lost. I want to try to do this thing with the eye here. I think it looks cool. I think Marling Bait does it on some of his lures, where the eye is like, it goes up above the lure body a bit. So we'll do that in sculpting. But first we need to probably cut the eye and then remesh, so that's gonna be at the end. I think so far I'm happy with the overall shape. Now I'm going to shrink it a bit on the bottom. So I'm gonna go to edge select these edges, and now I can move them on the x-axis a bit. Okay, maybe that's too much, so I'm gonna go to, wait, yeah, that's too much. I can take this vertex right here. Let's look at it from the bottom and move it back where it was. Let's see how it looks. I watched some videos from the Engineered Angler. He had some great videos on how to get the wobble in lures and how to control the amount of the wobble. Yes. Yeah, so I also watched some of these videos, and I actually got wobble on this lure that we did last time. It's one of the like best action from all the lures I made. So it cranks, not as much as a crankbait, but it's a wobbler. It's not a crankbait. It does wobble, and then when you let go, it will wobble down. It's so good. And the reason I was able to get that action was because the bottom is, or the top is thicker than the bottom, and then what you do is, instead of putting the weight down here, you raise it up a bit. Not too much, you don't put it up here or it will not sit right, but you raise it a bit between, let's say, the middle and of the lure and the bottom, somewhere in between. If you put the weight there, it's gonna have this wobble. Now I'm wondering if I did too much. No, I think it's good. I think it is good. I'm happy with the shape. Yeah, I'm happy with the shape. So now, regarding details, I don't know if I want to do these details or add them later in the painting. I guess we can just do them. And let's see, how many faces do we have now? 40,000. I would probably go back to 4. 10,000 faces. Let's apply this. First, let me save. Save as desktop, lure project. What do we want to call this? Let's call it a Slim Wobbler 50. I should have copied that. Okay. Slim Wobbler 50.blend, save it. Okay, cool. The reason I do that is because if I want to go back and fix something, because once this is applied, it's applied. Your channel helped me tons with my lure making workflow. Oh, thank you. It's always nice to hear that. I'll share some of my crazy creations on your Discord server. Yeah, I would appreciate that. And by the way, since we're talking about this, um, I was actually thinking about making like a YouTube series where you guys will send me your creations and I will review them. And so first of all, review the 3D file, like review its printability, um, like the shape of the lure or stuff like that. Where are like the hardware installed and everything. So yeah, review of the 3D file and then print it, and maybe also take it and fish with it. Um, something like this, just for fun. And maybe you guys will learn something, or I will learn something from you. So we'll see. Um, what's going on here? Why is this? Wait, this should be straight. What did I do? Let's undo that. Huh. Yeah, probably probably like that, but now it looks weird. Why does it look weird? No, it's fine. Okay, this. What do you think? Should I leave it? No, I think this looks better. Yeah. I can probably we can lower this a bit. No. Or we can take these. No. There's definitely something weird, but I can't figure it out. Wait. No, I think it's fine. One thing about making 3D lures, especially in Blender, it always looks weird. Like for example, this Xander swim bait. Um, all the time I'm looking at it in Blender and like I don't like the scales. I don't like how the scales look like. I don't like how the fin looks like. There's something off with it, and then you print it and look at it, and that's amazing. It looks completely different when printed than when you're looking at it in 3D. When when you have it in your hands, it's completely different. Um, and I can always change the way it looks later. If I test it, there's something wrong, I can always change it. Even if I apply this, and even if I sculpted everything, that you can always do that. That's the power of Blender. It's like Photoshop. You can always change something in an image. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with this shape. And I think we can start sculpting. However, the thing is, I want to sculpt after adding the eyes. So I want to add the eye socket first and then sculpt. Or what we can do is, instead of actually cutting the eye socket, we can add a placeholder. Like, let's see, we can add a cylinder. Let's move it here so we can fix it. Just real quick. Insert the face, delete it, select, oh crap, select the edge loop. I think it's Control F, grid fill, or face grid fill, it's the same. Let's do that. I'm not too worried about this side, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay, cool. Cool. You see how this side looks super clean, and then the side on the bottom doesn't look clean? Because here we have grids, and this is called an angon. Yeah, that's why I print in the middle several times before I finish the design. You only often think of details while holding the rule. Exactly, yeah. Now I don't want to like keep printing stuff on the live stream. This will take forever. So we're gonna have to deal with what we can see at the moment. I think I had it in the wrong, yeah, that's the wrong orientation. It's minus 90. Okay, cool. Cool. Now, to add this here, first of all, I want to change the dimensions. So we want, let's see, how big of an eye do we need? Let's try a 4. I think it's too big, yeah. I usually add a 0.4 because I want the eye to fit perfectly. And especially when you print a lure, there's always, do I have lure here? There's always, when you're printing it like this, standing up, the circle doesn't print very nicely. So having like a 0.4, 0.3, 0.4 clearance is always needed. Yeah, one iteration exactly. Now again, I don't want to do like a 100% copy of this. I think 3, I'm not comfortable with an eye that's less than 3. I think 3 is enough. So let's enable snapping. We're gonna snap to a face, and I think it's face project, not face, and then align rotation. But before we do that, let me turn it off for a moment. Before we do that, we want to go to edit mode, select everything and move it so that this dot is basically gonna be how deep do we want the eye socket to be. Now this is a curved surface, so it's not gonna be super exact, but let's see how it's gonna look like. We need to enable. Whoa, what happened here? What? Interesting. Is this because I haven't applied the rotation? But it worked before. Let's try. Yeah. No. This will not work. Will it? Oh yeah, it is working. Yeah, never mind, it does work. But, oh no. Okay. So, the face nearest will not rotate. Will not align the rotation. The face project does align the rotation, but for some weird reason, I think that's because the scale is all over the place on our lure. Yeah. Yeah, that was the problem, kinda. What's the other problem now? The scale of our... Okay. Now it's doing it the opposite. That's weird. Let me see if I apply the rotation. The problem with applying the rotation is now the dimensions are gonna get messed up. But will it work? No. Let's revert it. Revert that. Why are you doing this? That's so weird. Okay, let me insert this. Delete the face. Control F, grid fill. Let's see, let's hack it. Okay. Weirdly enough, it's working. So we want this, right? So I want to put it, let's see, on like on the curve somewhere like that. Okay, that's cool for an initial position. Now we can add some material here. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna move this, so we're gonna work with our lure. Uploaded some pics. Your comments will be welcome when you have some time. I think I have Discord open. I'm not gonna do comments. I just want to check. Oh, you joined. Just joined. Thank you for joining the server. Nice. These are some nice lures. So you made these using Blender or what? That's so cool. But yeah, I would love to print these and try them later. Don't send any files on Discord though. I think I have already mentioned this, but let's see how we can share 3D files, because if you just send them on Discord, then you don't have any license. I think we can do printables or some other website that has proper licensing. Okay, let's see. So we want to add material here, and it looks like it's just a regular draw brush. Yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna use. Okay, cool. Let's see. We increase this a bit. Now the reason you don't wanna subdivide too much. So at the moment I have, let's see, I have 10,000 faces. And what we can do, actually, let me undo that. We can add a multi-res modifier. We can do a bit more. 40,000, I guess, is good for an initial sculpt. Because once you go up too much, then you can't smooth things down anymore. So you want to get your geometry right first, or like the outline, the basic shape first. You want to get it right, and then you get the smooth geometry later. So something like that, but we want it sharper here, so we can keep going right here, then smooth it out a bit. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, you see, you can't smooth like that if you have too many faces. But I think this is fine. What we can do now is crease. We can crease this. Again, it will always look weird in Blender. but this is gonna be cut anyways, so. Yeah, we only need that at the top. So let's smooth this out. Actually, I don't want it at the bottom. And we can also work on this side. Cool. And now if we subdivide here, it's gonna look a lot smoother. And the cool thing about the multi-res, you can always go back, make adjustments. Like I can go back now to level 1, make adjustments, and then go to level 2, and it's gonna look smoother. Yeah, this looks fine. Now let's try and do very simple kills. I don't want to overdo it, and the reason I want to finish it early is because I want to make some I want to make a stencil for this lure. So let's see. I've never done a stencil in Blender, but it should be, theoretically it should be easy. So we'll see. Okay. Yeah, just make something like, no, we need to stabilize it. I don't have the most stable hands. So probably what's something like that, and okay, they have something cool going on here, but it's not necessary. Something like, do they have to meet? Don't know. No, that looks very weird. No, it has to. Okay, this one was too high, but that's fine. We can make this one go down. Ah, don't want to do that. Oh, actually, it's good. It's really good. We can make it deeper. And there's another way to make things better for FDM printing, and I'll show you in a bit, because recently when I was doing this Xander swim bait, I noticed that when I print the swim bait, I don't see any of the scales, they disappear. So I figured out a way to make them not disappear, so I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, cool. Now let's, again, here smoothing is gonna be a lot easier. That's why you want to do stuff on a lower resolution model. You can see how easy it is to smooth this. Now it's no longer looking like a sharp. Whoops. Still have the stabilization on. Should probably turn that off. Cool. Okay, now if we subdivide this, now it looks a lot better. I don't want to go too high on this. It's not a super detailed lures. We're not gonna have scales or anything at the moment. But yeah, you can see this can be smoother. So I'll go back to number 2 and get a bigger brush, probably something like that. I don't want to touch this area too much, so. And then smooth it out a bit more. And now go back to level 3. This is much better. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I want to make these sharper, so they will appear more in FDM printing. Now there are multiple ways to do that. If they are very simple details like this eye thing or these gills, then you can just get the crease brush and do that. Basically just outline it, and it does a good job at making things sharper. But if you have lots of details like tiny scales and stuff, you don't want to do that all the time. So if you go to the smooth brush, so by default this will smooth out everything, but every brush in Blender has an opposite. So the opposite of smooth is gonna be sharpened. So if you click Control and then do that, where are we at? Level 3. Yeah. Sometimes it works better than other times. I don't know why. Maybe I should crease more before attempting it. But yeah, if you try to 3D print this now, even though it looks weird, it's gonna print a lot better. I'm gonna crease first. So I'm gonna increase this a bit, make it a 0.4. Let's see. Should probably stabilize it, but it's fine. Same here, we need to crease. Okay. Ah, crap. No, I think it's fine. Let's see what would happen if I sharpen it now. Yeah, it's working. Okay, that's too much. Yeah, this will definitely show up in a 3D print. Now, if you're doing resin printing, you don't have to do all of that. But yeah, now you see it's weird in Blender. Now you print it and it's gonna look a lot smoother than this. And way less obvious. Do we want to crease this? I think we should. Wait, what? What is this? Why is it showing? What? I don't know what's going on with this brush. I want to change the strength. Oh, we can do that here. No, that's too much. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. Let's cut the eye. We'll cut the sockets for, or the holes for the wire, and then add some internal weight chamber, and then we're gonna do a stencil so we can color it. Okay, level viewport is set to 0. That's why we can't see anything. But if we set it to 3, now we can see our details. Now I can take the eye, make sure everything is, the scale is fine. It's set to 1. It's cool. I should probably apply the subdivision. I don't think I need to change anything with the subdivision later, so it's fine to apply it. And let's add a mirror modifier where the object is our lure. Cool. And now if we select the eyes, shift select the lure, and we can either use the menu here, edit, bow tool, difference, or we can click Ctrl and numpad minus. Perfect. I'm learning sculpting, which I have basically not tried. Yes, sculpting can be very intimidating. It's... Oh, wait. Huh. Maybe I should move the eye a bit. I should probably move the eye a bit down. And I also need to rotate it. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, sculpting can be intimidating, but you need to practice it the same with everything else. You need to practice it, and I would advise to invest in a tablet. You don't need an expensive one. I'm using just a cheap, it doesn't even have a screen. Some like the fancy ones, they have like a big screen and you actually sculpt on the screen. But yeah, that's just a basic pen and tablet connected to computer via Bluetooth. You don't even need Bluetooth. You can just get one that can be plugged in. I recommend the Wacom tablets. They are great. Do you fish with soft lures at all? I'm busy printing molds for some worms. I do fish with soft lures. I haven't invested in any like soft lure production things like plastisol, molds and stuff for many reasons. At the moment, I'm living in a very small apartment, and especially when you're dealing with plastisol and these types of stuff, you want good airflow. And I don't have that at the moment. So yeah, the entire house is gonna stink, and that's not something that I want to deal with. Now here's a tip. When you want to modify something that has a Boolean modifier and you're dealing with like hundreds of thousands of faces, things can get very slow. First, let me show the eyes. To do that, we're going to click on them. As you can see, they are not displayed at the moment. We need to go to Object, Viewport Display. At the moment, it's displaying as bound, so we're going to set it to solid. Come on, click. Why aren't you clicking? Okay. Yeah, so now it's displayed, but if I try to move it, it's gonna be super laggy. So how do we do that? If I click the lure, go to the modifiers. Oh, I haven't applied the Martirez. I should probably do that also to make things faster. But if we click this icon right here, which is the real-time display, if I click it, then I can freely move these. Kinda. Wait, why is it still lagging? Shouldn't, theoretically. Oh, wait, is it still? No. That's weird. Oh, it's because of the mirror. Okay, it's because of the mirror. Still lagging. What? Man, the things that happen in the stream. What's going on? Sculpting is fun, like playing with clay. Yeah, it is very fun, but it also can be frustrating at first. But it is fun. Yeah. Okay, what's going on? Anyways, we can just. I'm gonna delete the boolean. Yeah, now it's super fast. The mirror is fine, I think. Yeah, the mirror is fine. Let's see. If I re-enable this, is it still, does it work with the multi-res? Yeah, cool. So I want to move it down a bit, probably here. Do we want to rotate it? I think it's fine. Now it adjusted the rotation based on the new faces that we added. So let's see, how does it look? Oh, wait, I did it in, the order matters. You need to select the thing you wanna cut with first, and then the thing you wanna cut, and then you do the cut. Yeah, this is better. Cool. Again, it always looks weird, so I'll keep you updated how it looks when we print it. Now is a good time to save incremental, just in case. Now I'm worried about the twist eyes. So let's see how big of twist eyes we can add. Now I want to add a new cylinder, but then I will have to do all the things that we did. So I'm just gonna duplicate this. It's gonna take a moment. I'm gonna put it here somewhere. I'm gonna remove the mirror modifier, change it back to solid. Now we can hide this, and let's fix the rotation, set it to 0. Location on the X is 0. Y and Z are fine. And dimensions, I want it to be 1.8 is what works for me. And for the Z, I'm gonna set it to 12 for now, and then we'll see how to go from there. So now I have a cylinder that already has the fix for the faces. Cool, but 1.8 looks thick. That's fine. Okay, so one thing, you see the dot, it's not in the middle, and there's a way to fix that. Go to object, set origin to geometry, and this will put it in the middle of your geometry. Cool, but before we cut anything, we need a lip. So let's do the lip first. Let's hide this. Let's start calling these proper names. So this is gonna be our lure body, and this is gonna be our wire hole. And now we need a lip. So lip is just a basic cube, or we can do a plane and then extrude it, but just gonna do a cube. So I want this to be, I don't think we can get away with 3 mil. Probably 3 mil is too much, but we'll see. I'm gonna start with 2 mil and then see how it looks. And if we can do 3 or not. Gonna scale it on the Y. I think we don't need a big lip. Just one. We'll use this as a reference, that's fine. Let's scale it down a bit. scale on the X, and we can oh, sorry if I'm using too many shortcuts. If you're new to Blender and shortcuts is not your thing, you can always come up here and turn on the move and rotate gizmo. You can even set this to local, and then it's gonna be like that based on like the faces of the lures. Based on the faces of the object. The angle is a bit, it's a steep angle. It's not like a 45 or a 70-degree angle. So we want to put it somewhere down here. I think this looks fine. Wait. Yeah, now I'm fine. I think I've caught something like a virus or something. I have a headache and we can add a reference image. Something like that, just to get the angle right, because the angle is something that I don't want to mess up. I can even go to my image, set it to front with an opacity. Okay, so as you can see, the shape doesn't match exactly, but that's fine. So the gill, it starts from like the middle of the gills. Let's see. Something like this, and we can probably do a 3 mil actually. Yeah, something like that. I think is great. Now, let's hide this. Now I don't have a image from the top, so we'll just wing this. I will add, the reason I'm adding this line is if I don't have it and I do a subdivision, let me first scale these on the X, for example. And if I do a subdivision now, the length will change. So if I show this again, you see it's shorter now. But if I go in and I add that line, I'm making sure it's a bit shorter, but not as short. Now we're gonna fix the length. That's easy. I'm just gonna add a line here, and I think I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, I like that. Let's hide this again. Do we want to keep it, or should we do that? This is definitely gonna be stronger. No, I think I'm gonna leave it like this for strength. But 3 mil is too thick. Looks too thick. Anyways, me hide the body for a bit so we can deal with this. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm just gonna make it sharp. Do we need one here? Let's do it like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to 2. And we need to apply the scale, of course. Let's show the lure. I think the contact area here is fine. Now, to connect this to the lure, there are multiple ways. Did I say the rule? Lure? Yeah, so there are multiple ways to connect it. If I'm 100% sure about the lip and I don't want to change anything about it, then I would probably, let me save incremental just in case I couldn't go back. But I would probably do something like this. I would, first of all, apply the multi-res. And probably this, no, we can leave that. I would apply the multi-res. Give it a second to apply. I would click the lure and then the lure and the lip and click Ctrl J to join. It's gonna take a moment. You must have a wonderful day further. It is late and cold here in South Africa. Time for bed. We'll finish watching your video in the morning. Thank you, Fan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, please let me know how to pronounce it. But thank you a lot for joining. Have a wonderful night and hope to see you in future live streams. I have no idea what happened here. Come on, Control Z. That's why you save. What's going on? Control Z. Oh my god, 80 million faces. What the hell happened? Let's. I'll go back to the lure. Sometimes I go back to working in the lure. Sometimes I do that. I'm working on something and you know what? What about this other thing? And then I leave everything I'm doing because I want to know. So Control J to join two objects, and probably the subdivision is causing this. Yeah. Oh god, that's what happened. Okay, that's why we have millions of faces. Okay, Control Z again. So the lip has a subdivision. Since I'm joining the two, it's subdividing what the lure has. And now we're having 45 million faces and Blender is just acting crazy. So if we apply this, then we join the two. It should work. Okay. Yeah, now we have only one object. But again, you cannot modify this anymore. But if I go to sculpting, we can do something super cool, which is first of all, for example, I can now cut this here. Let's see. Shape it. Come on. Why are you not cutting? Anyway, we can blend the two together, but why is it not working? Probably because we need to remesh. Oh yeah, we definitely need to remesh. So remesh 0.1 remesh Now it's 1. I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna go back and use a smaller value, like 0.8 or 7. Let me fix balls just to see what's gonna happen. But now we can do that. We can blend this here, and we can do this. Yeah, which you cannot do with a regular join, a Boolean join operation. But yeah, you have to deal with some weird stuff like this. Anyways, I don't want to do this for this lure, or probably, maybe, when I test the lure and it's working, I don't want to change the angle of the lip anymore. Then I might do that. But at the moment, no. So I'm gonna open, don't save. This one probably. 50, 51, 52. Oh, it's using. I named the file 50 because it's 50 mil, but when I save incremental, it's adding 1 to the name. So now it's 52, but it's still a 50 mil. Okay, cool. So we don't want to do any of that. I'm gonna apply the multi-res because I don't want to change anything. At least I think I don't, but I might actually come here and just smooth this out a bit. The transition between this and something like this. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna apply the multi-res now to make things faster for us. Now we can click these two and join them. I think it's Control plus, but let's make sure yin. It's Control numpad plus, yeah. Now we can rename that cube to lip, and I think we can just hide it. No need to show it anymore. The reason you join this first, because when you cut, you want to also cut the lip. So if you cut the hole, then you join the lip, then you're gonna have the lip inside the hole blocking it. I hope that makes sense. Now we can start working with our wire hole. Now I want this wire to be very close to the lip because, as I said, I made a very big mistake on the previous lure where I put the hole on the top, which was far from the lip, and this ruins the action. So on this lure, it seems to be like on top of the lip somewhat, pointing up like that, somewhere right here, where I will put it. I think this is fine. Now I want to move it on the Z axis. Yeah, I think 12. Did I put it as 12? First, I need to apply the scale. Very important. Oh, I forgot to show me the lip. We need to increase this. Let's see if it applies. Yeah. 4 I think is fine. Still showing some blockiness, but I think it's fine. These will not show up in the print. Okay, cool. This 12 mil should be strong enough. Can do that to make sure it's even stronger, because you don't want this to be like at the top of the lure, because you're not gonna have enough material to support it. So like this, it's in the middle, it's supported well, but doesn't really matter because we have three walls and then 3 walls here, so that's like 6 walls. I would say yes, it does, because if it's too close to the top, then you cannot physically put 6 walls. 3 walls around this opening and then 3 walls here, because they will not fit, so the slicer will use less walls. So the farther away from the edge, the better, but you reach a point where it doesn't actually matter if you go a bit farther. So yeah, I think this is fine. I might move it up a bit if I didn't have enough space for weight here. We'll see. Now, how did they... Okay, so the middle hook hanger is here. Now this is gonna be weird. Where will we put the weight? And that's the thing with small lures. It's hard to place stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is, let me go back to this. I'm actually gonna do that. No, that's too much. Gonna do this. And I'm gonna use a 0.2 mil nozzle. So we should be fine. Let's duplicate this. Now here we might have a problem. This will not fit. Or will it? Oh, it will fit. We can always do this or that. Yeah. This might be a problem. Again, I will test, make sure everything is fine before I post anything. And now the back one, easiest one. Just put it in the middle. Something like this. Cool. So let's hide this and we can start actually cutting these. Let's give it a minute to calculate everything. And since we're waiting, I can do a side rant about the weather here in Czech Republic. Like, what is going on? It's suddenly weather. Suddenly today it went up to like 32, and that's not all, because there was a thunderstorm and it was 32 degrees and it was raining, heavy rain. Like, what? Is it summer? Is it winter? I don't know. And look at the humidity. 87%. What the fuck? Still calculating. Oh wait, did we not apply the... The subdivisions, that's probably why. So, oh no, we did apply them. That's fine. This is the only thing that's not applied. We should probably apply it. This will make things easier for Blender. So the good thing about these modifiers are, first of all, they are not destructive. They are very powerful, but downside is they can get very laggy with when you go over like the 50, 100,000 faces. Cool. Now we have the holes. We have the lip. We have the eyes. We have details. All is good. We still have. We can do about 30 minutes more. Let's see. I want the weight chamber. And for the weight chamber, there are multiple ways to do it. I think we're just gonna do a cylinder or a box. Just cut it. That's how I have been doing it lately. But let's see, it might not fit. So if we get a cylinder, rotate it on the X by 90. Oh, we have this set to local. Okay, global. We need to fix it. So face, Control F, grid fill. I don't know why I'm still using the tablet. I should switch to the mouse, so let's do that. Grid fill. Cool. Four subdivisions should be enough. Let's see, will 3 work? No, I think 4 is the best, especially with these holes, because we're using, or I'm gonna be using stainless steel ball bearings, and these are super precise. And the thing with when you have these lines, this is not a perfect cylinder. So the whole, I mean, you're gonna add some tolerance anyways, but if you have a smooth surface, then you add a tolerance, you have a bigger chance for the balls to fit in. I could even do 5, but that's like 300 million faces, so I'm just gonna stick with 4. Now for the dimensions, let's see, we're dealing with what dimensions? We're dealing with the X and Z. Oh no, never mind. We're dealing with X and Y because the rotation is not applied. How big of balls can we use here? Let's see. Can we do 4? If I'm gonna do a 4.5 mil sphere, then I would probably do a 5 mil just in case. And then I would put like a 4.5 mil sphere in it, but that would mean I need, if I want to put 2 balls, I would need at least 10 mil. Let's see if we can fit that. I doubt it. I don't think. Yeah. I mean, it could fit, but no. No. That's too big. Too big, and it's touching. It's barely touching this. It's not gonna work. That's a bummer. So we need smaller. I'm definitely gonna need a 0.2 mil nozzle. The 0.4 will not work for this because it's gonna be so much weight in the plastic, and the steel balls will not stabilize the lure. So it's not gonna be a super strong lure, but I mean it's an ultralight lure, or a light lure, not an ultralight lure. So we're gonna go with let's see, 4.5. I think is still big. Yeah, this might work, especially that we need to lift it up a bit. So we can put one ball here, somewhere in here. That's the biggest issue with small lures. With big lures, that's not an issue. What if we move this a bit to the back, but that might be another issue. Yeah, let's scale these down. So if we can fit a 3 mil, 3.5 would mean a 3 mil. So a 3 mil, if we have two of them, that's 6. No, we probably need more. Let's say 7, because we're gonna print this lure not like not standing up. It's gonna be like that. So you need at least a mil more, a mil or even 2 more for the balls to fit correctly. So let's do 7.5. So now we can have 2 3 mil balls, and I think this is gonna be enough clearance. Yeah, it's definitely enough from the bottom. And let's see now, can we lift it up a bit to get that wobble? We can probably put it here. We don't want it like bent down because we want that wobble when it's sinking. And now we can duplicate this, put it here. Somewhere here. Yeah, again, I need to test this, but I'm having doubts because I think with the current configuration, it might sit like that, not level in the water. It might sit tail down, because usually you want more weight here on the front. Now there's a lip, so it might work in our favor. We'll see. Again, I need to test it, but usually I put like 3 balls on the front and maybe 2 after the first hook hanger, because you have 2 hooks basically in the back, tilting the lure backwards, so you want enough weight in the front. to counterbalance that. Samer, hello, how are you? How's your day? I was just talking about my day. All is fine, except for the weather. It's super weird. It's like 32 degrees, but there's a thunderstorm. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait, where are these? We're gonna call these the weight chamber. So that's weight chamber 1. Or sorry, that's weight chamber 01. Let's start by cutting this one first. We can put it in the slicer now, see how it looks like. Once Blender finishes the operation. Okay, cool. First one is done. Second one. And I think I forgot to apply the scale, but in this case, I think it's fine. It's really annoying when you have to wait this much time. I hope they fix that. Yeah, I haven't applied the subdivision or the scale. Nice. But let's check it because it's gonna take so much time to apply them. So I'm gonna export as an STL selection only in our wobbler 52, apply modifiers, all is good, export. Let's see. Bamboo Studio. By the way, I'm having some mixed feelings about Bamboo Studio recently. They did an update. They introduced lots of cool features, but they broke some like very basic features. Like for example, if I open my filament here, this Spectrum PLA, if I go to cooling and I want to change something here, I can't. I'm clicking, nothing is happening. Okay, this is the only thing that works. Everything else is, I don't know, there's a bug or something. Even here, I cannot change anything. Okay, this used to be editable, now it's not. I don't know what's going on. It's very weird. But here, most of the things are working. I should probably report this, but let's see. Lure project, what did we call it? What did I call it? Oh, Slim Wobbler 50, yeah. It was right there and selected. This is tiny. Wow. Okay, let's see. We want to print it something like, oh, that's too much. So one thing that will help, first of all, I'm gonna change the color to something light, and then we can go to view, show overhangs, and now it will show like this is an overhanging area, so that's not cool. Now we can try this. Yeah, we still have like a tiny bit. This is fine. Cool. So we will print it like that. What is this angle? 240. 240, that's 245. Let's leave it at 240. I will experiment with this, and once I upload it, I will mention exactly which angle I used and so on. And maybe I even upload the 3MF file. What I also like to do is rotate it 180 degree on the Z And the reason for that is if I now change the seam position to back, it's gonna be at the bottom of the lure. So it's hidden, somewhat hidden. It's not actually hidden, but this area is a lot easier to sand if, for example, it was if you had like lots of scales here and there's a line going through them. That's impossible to sand. And now we can maybe enable support. Let's try 76 maybe on build plate only. Okay, this is well supported. Should be fine. And what else? Wall loops 3, gyroid, of course. Now the thing is, this is a 2.9 grams. Oh, okay. One thing we need to change is the wall generator set it to Arachne and the order of walls to inner, outer, inner. I always change these two. I should probably make a preset. But now we have some weird issues here. The reason for that is since this is a tiny lure, very slim lure, and I'm using a 0.4 nozzle, it's gonna have a hard time printing these thin walls. And you can see some artifacts here. If I open it, you can see this, for example, going on. And if we turn on the line width, you can see what's going on. It's changing the width of the line it's printing to be able to print this. And lots of artifacts. These will be visible in the print. It's gonna look ugly. So what I would change is I would change to a 0.2 nozzle. Let's see. Do we need all of this? No, the walls we're gonna change. Use modified value. Now if we slice. So yeah, now we have one tiny issue here that I can check in Blender and fix it. Let's see, what is this? Okay, that's our this is the weight chamber in the back. Even a 3 mil weight chamber is too much for this lure. Because with the point, what is this? What's the line width here? 0.2. Let's see it exactly on the 0.3, 0.2. It's even dropping down to like, no, I think it's always 0.2 or higher. 0.32 here. So even with a 0.2 nozzle, it's having a hard time filling this. But if I change this to classic, I think we're gonna resolve the issue somehow. It's a workaround, because now it will only change it for the middle line. Yeah, see, the outer and the inner walls, it will be hard coded to something. But then now we have this issue. We have super slim lines. That's why I hate classic. Like, look at this. How much is this? Wait. That's 0.06 mil line. That's stupid. Yeah, that's why I use Arcane. So we need to do something in the lure to fix this. Probably make it wider somehow at the bottom. Or we can use smaller ball bearings, but I need to experiment with that. Now we have another issue here. I think this is fine. That's not a big of an issue. But yeah, that's why tiny lures are tricky. They are super tricky. Making a big lure is the easiest thing in the world. Now speed is another issue that we also need to fix. You don't want that going on. You want the speed to be consistent. So if we look at here, it's going up to 80. Wait, that's low. 80, only 80. Why? What are we printing this with? Oh, max volumetric speed is set to 2. What? I cannot click it. I hate this new Bamboo Studio update. I should probably open this in Orca Slicer, but one way to do that is to just limit the outer wall speed. It's already set to 60. That's too low. I mean, we can do that, but yeah, another way would be to change the max volumetric speed. You can lower it, or you can increase the layer time. Both of these will fix this gradient issue. But yeah, I think overall we're fine. Let's try to make a stencil, because again, this is something that I've never done in Blender and I wanna do. So I'm not sure yet how to do it. But I think I have an idea. So the idea is to create a plane. Let's rotate it on the Y by 90. It's too hot. It's too hot today. Okay, so something like this. Then we can scale it like that. Move it on the Z. But I'm not sure how this will work out. Let's see. So if I select this and add a shrink wrap modifier, we can select our object, and it's not gonna look good because we need a subdivision. It doesn't have enough geometry, so we need to subdivide before we shrink wrap. The order here matters a lot. And now we can do some subdivision, and this will shrink wrap to the body. Now, how does it shrink wrap? There are some methods. Nearest surface point, project along the X, for example. Negative, no, this is not working. Z, why is Z working? Oh, okay, because I haven't applied. Okay, so we have multiple issues. I haven't applied the scale. That's one big mistake. And I haven't applied the rotation. So let's apply the rotation. And now it should work on the Y, on the X-axis. Yeah, so that's another way. And now if I go to edit mode, I can actually move this on the X. Something like that. But yeah, that's not right. No. So project is not the best. Nearest vertex. Let's see. Move along the X. Wait, let me hide the shrink wrap. Oh wait, I moved the vertices in. So the dot is not where it should be. You can just do that and it's fixed. Now let's show it. Nearest vertex. This is the same as nearest surface point, I think. Okay. What if we added something here and something here? What if we did that? Cool. So it's doing something, but not what I want. So what we can do here is, let's go to wireframe mode. We can start placing these in places that make sense. So for example, I want to avoid the lip, right? So we can add, come on. We can add a loop cut here. And I can take these 2 points, lift them up. Do the same here. Probably here. Lift this up. So yeah, we need to play around with this. Again, I have never tried this. So I'm just experimenting at the moment. How does this look now? No. Why is it doing that? Nearest surface point? Oh, wait. Interesting. So it's trying... Okay, so this is nearest to the vertex than the lure. That makes sense. But why didn't the project work? Okay, it does work. Kinda. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with project. And then we'll see how to fix that. Let's do more of these. See how it's gonna look. Do we need to do this? Okay, again, we'll see how to fix this thing. But yeah, I want it to be bigger than the lure, so something like that. The only thing we need to avoid is the lip. Okay, now we're not avoiding the lip. Wait. Okay, cool. Cool. So how do we deal with the rest? How do we deal with that? I select the body, then move it along the X. Now don't go to the other side. Okay. And can we do an offset? I think we can. On surface subdivision, offset. Okay. 0.4. Let's do an offset of 0.5 mil. I need to see which offset works better though. But there's still some weird things going on here. Let's see. No, that doesn't fix it. Huh. Yeah, definitely some weird things. Oh, now we have that. I did not take that into account. But for this, I think it's fine because I can technically temporarily disable all the Boolean modifiers. I can even do that for the lip. And if I temporarily disable these Boolean modifiers, then we will not have this issue. But let me see, can we solidify now? So after the shrink wrap, can we add a solidify modifier? And we can add a thickness with an offset of 1. Okay. No. No, so it only works for this, and here it doesn't work. Even thickness, maybe? Oh, wow. What is this? It's probably something with the normals, and we can check that. If I hide my lure. Oh, wow. Yeah, we definitely need to turn these off. That's why we're having all these issues. But just to check the face orientations, no, the normals are fine. Everything is red on the back, everything on the front is blue. Nothing wrong with our normals. So the only issue at the moment we have is if I click the lure body, I can technically turn all these off. Let's see, if I turn the eyes off, it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna take some time. Wow, that's gonna take too much time. Let's start from the end, I guess. Should be easier. Now this should disappear. Or wait, no. This. Weight chamber. Okay, cool. Now the more we remove, the faster it will become. Okay. It's getting better. Are we removing now the wire hole at the back? Now the wire hole, I think, at the middle. And the front wire hole, I think I'm gonna leave the lip, it's fine. Okay, definitely better, but we still have some issues. We still have some issues right here. Why though? What if we cannot increase this anymore? I think we need more geometry. Okay, this is very weird. What if we changed snap mode on surface? What if we change this to outside? And no, wait, nearest surface point. Interesting. Why is it so different? Nearest vertex, no. Target normal project. So project was working, was the best one so far. And outside, I think, or inside, no, outside. No, what is this? Okay, I think the offset is reversed. Okay, no, so we still have that issue. Okay, what if I apply this and add another subdivision surface? But, oh, wait. Okay, so the more faces we have, the better this is gonna be. Now we're at almost 1 million face. Oh, we still have this thing going on. So if we add another, wait, let's remove one and create another subdivision, but after. No. No, that is not working. So I know that shrink wrap, I think, is the way to do it in Blender, but wait. Can we do that? Okay. Maybe shrink wrap is not the way. Let me hide this. Let's do attempt 1. Okay, let's hide this. Because there's another way, but let's work with our bool tool. Let's see. Okay. This is gonna be very hard because man, I wanna select all the vertices that are on this side. Basically. Can we do that? Can I scroll, zoom out? No. How are we gonna do this? Is there a way? Select similar amount of adjacent faces. Select similar vertices, edges by property types. No. Control Z. Non-manifold. Select more. Huh. Wait. We do that. And then we go to select. No, it's gonna go this way. Select more, select less. I think there's a way to do it. So basically I want to tell Blender select everything that is in the negative Y direction that is connected to these vertices, basically. If you know how to do it, let me know. Extend, control, drag the right mouse. Wait, what? Oh. Amount of connecting edges. Select similar face region. Select mirror. Select all data in the mesh on a single axis. An active vertex. Last selected. Is this like that? Interesting. Okay. But wait. So do I select this and then side of active? Okay. Wow. That's cool. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Cool. So now I can go back to solid mode. I can duplicate this. Move it on the x-axis, for example, and put it here. Okay, now the only issue is that we're in the same body. So I think to split it, I need to control P. No, not control P. Is it P? Yes, separate. Separate selection. Okay. So now if I exit out of edit mode, now I have two bodies. So I have this and that. Wait, what? Oh no, I need to remove the pool tool. Okay. Yeah, because I separated it from this body and it persisted the Boolean modifier, which I don't need. So now, how do I make this basically offset from this, like a bit bigger, right? Because I need some padding. So the way to do that, or some tolerance, I select all and then do, select all, then do Alt S. So S is for scale. Alt S is basically if you worked with CAD and you did an offset to a face, this is what Alt S would do. It will scale it along the normal of each face. So each face will go in a different direction than the other face, depending on the normal of the face. But is it working? Okay, I need to enter a number. So at the moment, at the top of the screen, it says minus 5.7. I want to change that to 0.3 or 0.4. Let's try 0.4, see how it looks. So this should be 0.4 bigger than this. So if I grab this and moved it here, it should be bigger. Yeah, something like that. We can see it better, I guess, from this side. So it's bigger. It's like a cover to it. I think this approach is going to be a lot better than what I was trying to do. We still need to cut the lip from it. We will do that. And now let's see, can we do a solidify? Will it work? Offset 1. Okay, it worked somehow. To a degree. Even thickness, no. Interesting. So what is this? Wait. The offset is set to 1. Minus 1 would be which direction? 0. I'm confused. This should 1. Okay, 1 is outwards. Okay. 1 is outwards. But what is this? What is this? Vertex group normals. Okay. This is not good. This is not good. Complex, maybe? Whoa. Whoa. Fixed. Or even. No. Thickness calculating using constraints, most advanced. Yeah, so this is the most advanced way of creating a thickness according to Blender. What is the only rim? I think it will not fill it. Okay, no. Yeah. This is not what we want. Flip normals? No. Merge threshold. Distance within which degenerated geometry is merged. Okay, what's going on? Cannot move my mouse. I think Blender is calculating some stuff. I'm gonna let it do the calculations. But yeah, overall, doing stencils in Blender, so far, my experience, since this is the first time I'm trying to do it, is not as simple as what you would expect from CAD software like Fusion. I think in Fusion it's a lot easier to make a stencil. Maybe I'm doing this the hard way, and there's probably an easier way, but what's going on here? My computer is screaming. It's using all CPU cores. Oh, crap. Yeah, probably. Wow. 86 degrees. $87. That's not good. That is not good. I think the stencil thing is gonna wait. Oh, okay. We're back. We are back. So yeah, the stencil thing. Oh wait, is this why it was causing so much issues? Wait, we might be able to fix this. If that is the case, then all we have to do is what, like select all, Control and no, not Control and Shift and recalculate normals. Huh, interesting. Why are these blue? They should be red. That's why. And it's super weird because when you have a blue thing on one side, it should be red on the other side. But here it's blue on both. What? What sorcery is this? This face, for example. Ah, interesting. What are you? Huh. This is this the same? And wait, let me hide this. Let me see my lure. Where is it? My lure body. This one. This is our lure. Let me go inside it. We don't have that issue here. Why? Yeah, there is no issue here. All is good. Okay, it's because of the scaling. When we did Alt S, this is what happened, I think. So if we go here and do Alt S again and do minus. Oh, come on. Why are you so slow? You shouldn't be this slow. There's no modifiers. Solidify will have to now, but continue watching later. Thank you for this stream. Matthias, thank you for not leaving earlier. Today's stream, I guess, is a bit boring. Solidify, yeah, I want to do Solidify, but Solidify is not working because of this issue. Wait, we cannot flatten? 0.4 minus, okay, wow. No. S or I or Alt. Yeah, but anyways, these blue things are why it's not working. Is there a way to select all the faces that are blue? Select all bar trait, loose geometry? No. But if we go to edit in this mode and select all and then merge by distance, it removed 0 vertices. So if we delete all these faces that are blue, then we should be fine, technically. But how do we select them? Select sharp edges. Select similar. Polygon side, I think that's it. Polygon sides? No. Normal, okay. Wait, what? Okay, we can increase the threshold. Let me turn this off for a bit, just to see what's going on. Is it selecting anything that we need? This feels wrong. Yeah. No. So it's not that. Statistics, face orientation, select similar. Polygon side, what does that even mean? No, I think this is the number of edges. No. Select similar. Restyle face marks. Face regions. No region selected. What if we select linked? No, everything it is linked. Parameter, no, it's gonna select everything. Loose geometry into your face by size, no. More or less, next active previous, more, so more, no, it's just gonna keep going. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to do that. I mean, one option is to just start deleting these faces, but what will happen? Delete faces. Something like that. This is a very weird mesh. What if I used 3D print util, make manifold. It's just gonna close it, but these are still here. No. Degenerate intersections. Check geometry for self-intersection. Intersected faces. Okay, how do I select these intersections? Blender, select self intersection. Can't select and remove self intersection. It keeps saying self, no intersection found. How are you trying? Intersect knife. Select all by trait non-manifold. Let's see. Non-manifold will select the outer. I think the non-manifold will basically select this outer thing. Oh wait, what had happened here? There was way less. Oh, okay. I had it on face mode. Select by trait There is no non-manifold. Loose geometry, interior face by side, I think. No. All by trait. There is no non-manifold. Loose geometry, I think, because I have it here, non-manifold. Yeah, it's only gonna select the boundary. That's expected, but nothing here. I wanted to select everything that's blue on this side, not this side. This side is fine. Only on this side right here. Open this file, intersect knife, self-intersect, separate mode, all. This is important to be able to select different parts better. What is this intersect knife? Is this the knife? No. Face intersect. Face. Cut an intersection into faces. Source, self-intersect. Wait. Do I need to select all face intersect knife? Splits geometry at the new edge, merge on the geometry, operate on overlapping geometry of the mesh. Operate between the selected and unselected geometry. So we need to operate on the self-intersect. Okay, it did select stuff. Cool. Okay, so what happens now? Is that it? So I can move this or what? No. Separation mode cut. Do I click enter? Is mathematical sim which offers the best for moment, like support for overlapping geometry. Just nowhere. Lets you cut intersections into geometry. It's a bit like Boolean tool, but does not calculate interior exterior geometry. Faces are split along the intersections, leaving new edges selected. Interesting. So if I click select linked, interesting. Okay. So now I can just select linked and then delete the vertices. And here select linked. No. So this did not work, I guess. Select linked. And now we can invert. What did we end up with? Move it on the X. So these are gone. Delete vertices. Wait. Oh, come on. Why does this keep happening? Okay, now it's fine. Probably because I didn't have anything selected. Basically, I'm talking about the zoom. Sometimes it stops at some point and you cannot zoom any further. So we kind of fixed something. Kinda. But we still have this issue. But at least now, if I try to do a solidify, wait, now we have more issues. Are you kidding me? What happened here? Go to vertex. Oh, come on, this is very tricky. Okay. So we can grid fill this, I guess. Loose geometry. No. Didn't select anything. The solidify will not work. Yeah. We fixed this, kinda. As you can see, it's not fully fixed, but yeah, that's not the best way to do it. So today we explored two options. Both of them are not great. So I guess next time we'll maybe I'll do some more research about stencils, and I'll have a better idea about how to make them, and then I'll share them with you. Yeah. Lip, lower body. No, we don't want to show the lip. And the eyes. So that's all for today. It's almost 12 p.m. or a.m. I'm gonna have to go. Again, once I have tested this lure and it's working, I'll upload it to printables. I'll upload also the Xander lure soon. Again, once I know it's working. What else? I need to fix this and also upload it to printables. So I'll send all these updates on Discord. And if you have any questions, you can send them also on Discord, or you can add a comment. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for joining, and See you in the next stream. Bye.